gonna talk about chicken.
Kinda are.
We're gonna talk about the poultry business in Ghana and fried chicken and KFC and why KFC. I don't like it. KFC's nasty. It's always been nasty. I heard it wasn't even real chicken. Yeah. And I done seen all kinds of chickens in Ghana, and they running around everywhere. And I'm sure they're tasty, but there's a whole chicken culture in Ghana. The amount of eggs that they're producing and eating on a daily basis is unfathomable.
Ching.
Like, I don't even, and they don't refrigerate their eggs, people.
That's one thing I learned. That's actually pretty typical.
The eggs don't go in the refrigerator. Yeah. And I don't know if they don't go in the refrigerator because they consume them in such large mass, or is it because they really just don't need to be refrigerated? That's what Kwame is going to talk about. Yeah. I don't know anything about layers and broilers, and I know I like fried chicken. I know I don't like it. Shout out to Churches. I like me some greasy Churches chicken sometimes with a jalapeno in there. Shout out to Popeyes. Love me some crispy chicken. Shall do?
Denny's and Miss Winners.
Miss Winners. That's good.
I don't think I've had Miss Winners.
Miss Winners is a Georgia favorite. If you people know what I'm talking about over there on Glenwood, shout out to Miss Winners. Some Kitchen Country Fried Steak. Anyway, Kwame's going to talk about chicken. I'm going to listen and kind of think about what kind of seasoning I want to put on my fried chicken. And then we'll talk about opportunities and how we got to this opportunity in Ghana in the first place. But I'll let you talk to you about chicken.
So, the reason we're talking about chicken today, and don't quote me on the stats, I'll put the exact stats up, but Ghana imports something like 80 to 90% of its poultry. So,
I'm sorry, what? They import?
Import from other countries 80 to 90%.
But they got chickens running around everywhere.
Yes, they do. And they import 80 to 90%.
They're not making enough chicken babies? What are chicken babies?
It's a whole lot.
Chicks.
All that
we are highly intelligent black people.
Yeah, all there's opportunity is what I want you to realize. Because there is a lot of money in chicken. Because in America, one of the largest food producers on the planet is Tyson Food. And one of the things...
The white guy in Georgia?
The white guy in Georgia. I don't know.
Isn't Tyson Chicken in Georgia, South Georgia somewhere?
That I don't know. More than likely it's in Georgia because Georgia is the poultry capital. But long story short, Tyson Food makes like $1 billion in revenue per month.
That's a lot of fried chicken.
Yeah, selling chicken and beef and pre-packaged meats and all that stuff. Long story short, Ghana and essentially all of Africa needs that stuff. They need somebody to come in and set up a hatchery. They need somebody to come in.
Oh, slow down. What's a hatchery?
Oh,
for all of us non-highly intelligent black people that just like eating fried chicken with hot sauce, what is a hatchery?
All a hatchery is when you go and you get an egg, like when the egg comes and the mother sits on the egg and 3 weeks later.
Do we need to pull out the chales? Are we going to have a sexual conversation here?
Nah.
This talking about when the mama had to take the baby and the baby and the...
There's two types of eggs. There's fertilized eggs and unfertilized eggs. And depending on the type of hatchery is depending on the type of egg you produce. But there's a lot of money in the poultry value chain.
Because I need to understand this first. Because we don't need to have a chicken and egg conversation. Yeah. I just want to know, how is it where the chicken sleeps determines what kind of chicken babies you got?
No,
Is that what you just said?
No, I'm talking about the eggs that you sell.
But you said the hatchery determines whether you have a fertilized egg or a non-fertilized egg.
Yeah.
So a non-fertilized egg is the egg we eat?
Egg for consumption.
And the fertilized eggs want to make chicken babies.
Yeah, they want the chicken babies to be raised either to make more eggs or for meat.
Bam, learn something new every day.
Yeah. So Tyson basically got all of this locked up in the industry. Is called a vertically integrated poultry operation.
I know what vertically integrated means because I'm in agriculture and we do that for hemp, but that's a whole other episode.
So essentially the same thing in poultry, but basically my plan is I'm going to go first set up a hatchery. After I get my hatchery
chicken baby house?
I'm going to get incubators. I get some eggs. I put the eggs in the incubators for 21 days. After 21 days, the eggs hatch. So after the eggs hatch out the eggs, and then I just sell the eggs to the farmers. So some birds go to layer farms for producing eggs. Some eggs go to broiler farms for producing meat.
So how do you know when the egg is a consumable or not?
So basically, when you're selecting, it depends on who you're buying your egg stock from. So the type of hatchery I'm going to start up initially is going to be the hatchery that produces eggs for layers and for broilers. So I'm going to have to buy fertilized.
What's a layer and what's a broiler? Like a layer fried chicken?
A layer is an egg that lays eggs, or a bird that lays eggs. A broiler.
That feels so stupid. Yeah. You all have no idea how many times we were in Ghana and I heard this man say.
Oh, you didn't know? I assume yeah, well, layers lay eggs.
How the hell did I know? Didn't I say at the top of the show I like fried chicken? And we're gonna talk about chicken. I'm gonna let him tell you all about chicken. I heard him say layers and broilers at least 50 to 150 times. And right now, this episode that you watching that you need to like, subscribe,
and share.
Click, share with your friends.
Hit that notification bell.
Right. Me, a highly intelligent black woman, just learned that a layer chicken that he's been talking about is the one that lays the eggs. So that's just the most stupidest common sense thing that I just.
When you think about it, it makes sense.
Duh! It makes sense now that you say it now. I'm just saying. Just let me be my stupid. Go ahead.
So there's two types. There's layers and then there's broilers. And when you see layers,
whoa, hold on. Is the broiler for broiling the chicken?
For meat, for consumption.
See,
I
got that. You say you got that. See. Learn something new every day.
So the value chain is typically you start with a feed company. So you get either yellow maize, soy, and some other additives, and you make poultry feed.
So the chickens eat corn and soybeans.
Corn primarily, yeah, and some extra stuff for vitamins, minerals, calcium to balance out their diet. So you pretty much that's another business entity is you start selling poultry feed because in Ghana they import the majority of their poultry feed.
So how do they know what? And see, now you're coming over into my realm because now we're getting into the agricultural part of these growing fruits and vegetables. So how do you know what's in the dirt they're growing the maize in that you're feeding these chickens that you're then feeding me?
So that's when it comes to good management practices. So you select a good farm with good management practices. You go there, you make sure, hey, this is how I want the standard that I want for my crops because I want a very high quality.
But who's doing that, Kwabena?
Oh, my employees.
You doing that? Yeah. But tell these people who's doing that in Ghana.
Oh, right now who's doing it in Ghana? Nobody, because they import all of it. There's one or two large feed companies. I think it's from Israel.
But no, I'm talking about who has a vertically integrated supply chain
for
fried chicken.
Nobody. No. Oh, so me, right here.
Right. And who are you? A black man in America. So you've seen another one of our episodes about how we're treated in here and how we're treated in Africa. Here's a prime example.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And if you haven't seen that video, go over here or whatever it is on the side and go choose this video next or when it pops up for you to go watch that video of how we're treated differently. And he's a prime example. You could be the first, what would you be? You'd be the first African, vertically integrated
poultry company in Ghana.
I believe. Processing, what would it be? What's the end result?
It's a vertically integrated poultry production.
Vertically integrated poultry production. So that means from the type of soil that you're growing the maize and the soybeans in to make the feed to give the chickens to then put into the incubator to then build a hatchery to then have them produce for us to consume.
And then that also includes raising the birds that's going to be for consuming, taking them to the processing shop to be properly slaughtered and chopped up into pieces. It also includes, and these are all...
Hold on. Why are we chopping them up into pieces? Don't people in Ghana like live chickens run around and chop the head off and do other stuff and eat the chicken and use it? I mean...
Yeah, but there's also Ghanaians who don't want to have to do it themselves, and they pay an extra couple dollars for me to do it for them.
That's true.
Just that simple. Give people what they want. And then there's hotels, there's police departments, and there's universities.
And that's another thing. The hotels, and that's just
hotels
the food.
Be popping.
Just the food.
Yeah.
Just the food, Jesus. Oh, we're not talking about Jesus, God. But just the food. The food alone is fresher, and this is because there's a concepts and ideas like what Kwabena is talking about having a vertically integrated poultry processing company. But you can have a vertically integrated anything, can't you?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
and then you can go buy some of his fried chicken.
Oh, so let me tell you the full vision. So from start to finish.
Okay.
A feed manufacturing company where I'm going to produce feed.
One.
Then a hatchery where I'm going to incubate the eggs to create layers and broilers.
2.
I'm going to contract out the growing of the layers and the broilers to farmers because they're the experts.
Right, that's 3.
And the beauty of it is the way it's set up is actually this is kind of how it was set up in America for a section is you give the farmers the inputs. So you give them the birds, you give them the feeds because in Ghana a big issue is having the money to pay for this stuff. And all they have to focus on is just raising them. And then once you sell them, then you give them their share, you take your share. And then once you sell them, then you have the processing plant where you take those birds and you properly slaughter them and cut them up and distribute them in pieces, and package them.
5. That's 5.
And then you have the logistics, because once those birds are slaughtered, you can't have them room temperature, so it's called cold storage and reefer trucks. So you have to have a lot of logistics to get it from point A to your distribution center.
Right, that's 6.
Then you have your whole distribution center, because then you got to get it from your distribution center to the hotels, to the universities, to the businesses, to the supermarkets, to anybody that wants them. And then there's further processing.
7.
Then there's further processing where you take that chicken and then you make into barbecue chicken. You make it into
fried chicken.
You make it into bologna.
Fried chicken.
You make it into anything. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Oh, but check this out. My ultimate goal, the last step. So I showed you from the feed production all the way up to further processing. It's like frozen food that you see like from Tyson, the ready-made stuff.
Right.
The last step is, what's that place called? Turkey Leg Hut?
No.
You ever heard of it? It's a black-owned restaurant in, I want to say Houston, somewhere in Texas. Killing the game right now.
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg.
Ooh, I like turkey legs.
Turkey leg.
I like smoked turkey legs.
And
Texas do got good smoked turkey legs, and the rodeo in Houston.
But guess what? Hold on. Sorry to interrupt you. Speaking of treatment in Africa, they are having problems right now because the neighbors are beefing. Talking about how the barbecue smells a nuisance, and they're trying to get them shut down. The white folks that live around them.
You talking about in Texas?
Yeah.
I think I saw a video of that.
Yeah. So if they were to take that to Ghana, they would kill, because ain't nobody gonna be tripping. Ain't no Karens in Ghana.
Right.
But the last step is I want to have something.
This guy that ain't no Karens.
I want to have something to it similar to a turkey leg hut, so that I have somewhere the processed chicken.
Right.
Have somewhere to sell it. Now I can have people come in, sit down, have a good chicken meal, or a Chick-fil-A type restaurant. Something.
Chicken and jollof.
Chicken and jollof. There it is. It's coming.
Jollof and chicken.
And I'm gonna figure out a way to freeze it too.
Oh,
yeah, it's coming. And all these ideas and things that I'm talking about, these aren't things that I just randomly popped up and thought of.
Yeah,
these are things that the Ghanaian government and most African governments, this is what they want.
Ooh, this is another one of those opportunities for free information.
Yeah.
Can we have like a little thing that pops along the screen that says free information coming? Wait for it. Wait for it. Bam! Here it is.
I gotta figure out how to do it, but we'll get it done.
That was your cue to give the free information. Right.
So basically
But you're supposed to get the free information. That's why I did the whole
free information. Here's the free information.
Okay.
This free information is a lot of damn near all African governments. They want investments.
Right.
And so they give suggestions as to what they're looking for. So, for example, if you go to the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, they'll list out like, hey, we want investments in agriculture, we want investments in tourism, and in tourism, these are the specific industries that we want investments in. Right. So you don't got to go in blind. Right. You can go and figure out like, hey, the government, they did their research, they had people come out and say, hey, and then even in some of the research, they'll tell you, hey, this area of Ghana is good for mango production. Right. This area of Ghana is good for, sugarcane production. Right. So it takes out a lot of the guesswork. So you can just come in with some paper and a whole lot of hustle. And I'm telling you, 5 years. I'm documenting 5 years. I'm gonna have a fully integrated poultry operation.
A whole bunch of stuff.
And the reason I know I can do it because there's a company in Rwanda that just did it, and it took them 5 years
to get some fried chicken.
Fried chicken. So I gotta figure out a logo. So if you have some ideas for my future fried chicken logo, that's what we're gonna do.
I just thought. Remember we had somebody on an investment tour with the fried chicken and fries.
Yo.
Yes, homeboy. Shout out to you. We're not gonna tell him who it is. Yeah. That's a whole nother episode. But that's part of the Ghana investment tour, which is why he's talking about fried chicken, because we went to like 4 poultry farms. 2 the first time, I think, and 2 the second time. And there were varying sizes in different regions, different places. One person thought he was doing something. One person really thought he was doing something. He wasn't doing a damn thing. But anyway, it was a good opportunity to kind of see what opportunities there are just in fried chicken. Just in the poultry business.
And one of the dudes on the second trip, he told me some stuff that I was just like, I didn't even thought about. Because a lot of things is like, we don't know the business opportunity. First off, the first thing, you got to go there for a trip. That's the first thing, because you don't know what's missing until you see it. Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. So go there, look. But when he told me, like, there's XYZ, and I'm talking about I can get into that line for the poultry for probably like $100 investment, and I can have a poultry-related business in Ghana for a very small investment.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And that's what we do on the Ghana Investment Tour.
I'm telling y'all, come through.
Yes. Okay, so I just want to make sure, for those of you that don't know, this is the Ajwa and Kwabena show, and we're talking about investment in Africa, and he's talking about poultry farming. I'm talking about agriculture and politics. He's talking about IT and ICT and cybersecurity. We are just highly, and all kinds of stuff. We are just highly intelligent young black people
trying to get paid
and give all of you that are watching the little nuggets and jewels of all this. And yes, we're gonna sell you some stuff. And yes, you're going to buy it because it's gonna be valuable information more than what we're giving you right now. And if you don't want to buy it, ain't no somebody buying it. Because somebody wants the opportunity to go to Africa and not have to bump their head. Because at the end of the day, we're smart people, and I am just getting, and I have to admit myself, I'm just getting to the point now where I realize I have to outsource stuff.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Black women, especially black women, we can't do everything on our own. And we live in a technology age at this point and we're making money. The people that are watching this are making money because you came on here to see how to invest in Africa and what you want to do. So because you're making money, you can go to all these little platforms, but you're not gonna give them either, because they ain't paid us yet. We're not sponsoring y'all, I'm afraid.
So very soon though, we're gonna have a little something set up for y'all to show you how to move and kind of give you some shortcuts.
Right.
But once you get in, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy.
And when you come to watch our show, you share it, or you like it, and you hit the notification bell, and you send it to your friends, you say, just watch this. Don't give them no explanation on what it is, this, that, and third. We're not trying to sell them nothing. I'm just trying to combat all the negativity of what people talk about having experiences in these different countries. And there's a bunch of chatty people out there talking about all kinds of stuff. And they're over there. So let me just make this reference. We are in the United States right now. Let's just say that. We're both moving to Ghana in the beginning of next year. We're
6 months.
We're both going to Ghana in December. I have a conference that I'm doing there, which was a whole other episode.
And I'm going to be to the conference and to find a place for us to stay.
Right. So we're making conscious decisions, and I think it's the best thing to have a village like they do in Africa. So you are our village. And we want to give you this information so when you get over there, we can click tight and do what we need to do as a community. Because there's one particular person I know. His name is Warden Maya.
Shout out to Warden Maya.
Warden Maya. The Ghana baby. I can't wait to meet him. I bet he's like this tall.
To all these short men that are upset with what Ajwa said, let her know how pissed off you are. Ajwa said that at gmail.com. Go ahead, Ajwa. We're going to do that plug every show.
You done messed up my ponytail. You laugh so damn hard. You done messed up my ponytail. My ponytail fell off my head. I gotta get myself together, y'all. Excuse me, black women, but y'all know what to do. So I done put my hair back in my ponytail and I went somewhere. Okay, so I'm just saying, at this point, we have to let people know that we're here to share information. We want you to share information. We're not charging everybody. I have my own thing going on. Kwabena has his own thing going on. We decided to collaborate together in collective economics. If you're in a susu right now, shout out to you because that susu money getting you paid. Don't let them other people tell you can't do this and you can't do that because they've been doing it for a while. And that's all we're telling you about with Africa. They've been going over there for a long time making money. Yep. So we just telling you it's
our turn.
Right, and it's not because we're here in the United States. We've been to Ghana. There's plenty of video, and we'll put some stuff up for you guys to see and go peruse around in YouTube or Facebook or wherever else you want. But there's plenty of content out there of us actually in some of these places, and I can't wait for us to go to other places in Africa.
I can't wait to move to get the hell up out of America.
That's a whole
thing. I can't wait.
Because I'm mentally checked out.
Me too.
And I'm in politics. I run political campaigns. Yeah. And I was checked out, I don't know.
I checked out before the first tour. I was checked out.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been checked
out.
out.
That was beginning of 2019. This is almost 2021.
Yeah, I've been checked out.
So we been that long already?
Oh, I told you, I was hunting for somebody to take me on the tour for a good 2 years.
But it's already almost 2021 is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's the middle of September.
Yeah, welcome.
So I went to Ghana the first time in the beginning of 2019.
Yeah. Only been a year. It don't take long.
No, but it's almost been 2 years.
Oh, 2 years, 21, yeah.
Right.
You can't really, coronavirus, so yeah.
Well, no, because really the coronavirus, I would have went back in July anyway, and it's only September. Okay. So even if you know what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
And we're going in December. So shout out to everybody that's in Ghana, all the repats, and shout out to all the YouTubers.
2 more coming.
Right. Right. Well, actually, it's about 6 because I got 4 kids in myself.
6 more coming.
Right.
Oh, 7. A few might be coming through.
Right. Oh, shout out to Afia and Tally Bo, the Cape Coast
Gangsta. Oh, check out their music video.
Right.
Yo, you know
that's a whole other story.
You know
too.
she got a PSA song.
Get the hell out of here.
About the coronavirus, washing your hands.
Oh.
I found it this morning.
She was washing her hands?
No, did she give me the song? About the coronavirus, washing your hands and all that. Oh,
that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. They came through the investment tour, and all the investment tour started was from emails. Do your research. Y'all sitting at home right now anyway. You're sitting at home watching us, laughing and joking around with us and all this other stuff. But seriously, go do your research. Coronavirus is giving us the opportunity, I think, to do that, and we all need to do our due diligence and figure out where you want to go. I'm looking forward to us going to some of these other countries and taking some video and talking about folks.
Where do I want to go?
You want to go to Uganda, Rwanda.
There it is.
I think there's 2 others.
What's the number 1 I want to go?
I want to say the one that has the dome with the colors. I think that's Rwanda.
Yep.
Right.
When I get there, it's going
because he keeps showing me
down.
the picture. He keeps showing me, and it's partially because of the exchange rate, right? And what they're asking for the amounts of money they're asking for investment?
It's because Rwanda is in the middle of something called an economic miracle, where basically it happened in South Korea, it happened in Japan, it happened in Germany. Basically, when they go through something traumatic like a civil war or war like their genocide, at the end of it, either 1 or 2 things happen. Either they fall off the cliff and they go into like a failed state, or they bounce back. Rwanda bounced back because of Paul Kagame. And he's just been...
Shout out to President of Rwanda.
Yeah, Paul Kagame. So I want to go there because of what he's been doing. And he stamped out corruption. He don't play none of that. Right. He's from what I heard, they said that...
but hold on, because I know, and we're not saying shameless plugs for our politicians. That's all we're doing. But what I'm saying is, to all the great things that you're going to say, isn't the alternative argument is that because Rwanda is so small, there's such a better opportunity to do something like that with that type of control because of the population size?
No, it's just good policy and good governance. One of the things.
But you can't be a good governor by yourself.
No, one of the things he did was after. Well, it's a long history. After the genocide, Kagame, even though he is a democratically elected president, he is a dictator. But that's not a bad thing, because when you read African history, we've always had dictators. But the difference between us and other people, a lot of the time, majority of our dictators have been beneficial.
Well, I think that there's a whole nother show we talk about language. Because you saying dictator,
they take it negative, yeah.
Right.
That's strong leader.
That's not even the same thing. You can't even go down that road. Just
bring
it on back. Bring it on back, probably.
Well, basically what I mean is he's not allowing no bullshit.
Right.
He stomped out corruption in Rwanda. It ain't no showing up late. There ain't no matter who you is, from the vice president on down, if you break a law, if you get caught drinking and driving, anybody, you're going to jail just like everybody else. He's trying to make it an example. It's the cleanest city in Africa. It's one of this. Oh, let me rephrase it. It's
country.
It's the cleanest country in Africa. It's one of the cleanest countries on the planet. It's one of the safest countries on the planet. It's one of the easiest places on the planet to do business based on like all those World Bank lists. And
this is off of your research, because he has not been there. Let's disclaimer, because we want to give people. Yeah. So this is the beginning of the process, people. The same thing that we did in Ghana. And let me just say, Kwame and I just met each other.
Not even a year ago.
Not even a year ago, and he found me on the internet.
Yeah.
So all these wonderful things that we're talking about, these experiences, you think we've known each other for 10 years, this is the digital age. This is the 4th Industrial Revolution. He met me online. I met somebody else in Ghana online. I have my own personal connections. He had his own personal connections.
Y'all watching us online.
Right, y'all watching us online, and now here we are. So you guys can do this too, and I just want to make sure that you guys know that this is the Audrey and Kwapner Show. Are we done?
Oh yeah, let's wrap it up. Oh yeah, thank you. You know, we're still trying to figure out little outros. You know, we ghetto. You know, we're highly intelligent. I'm from Brooklyn. Shout out to Flatbush.
I'm a highly intelligent black person.
I'm ghetto. Shout out to Flatbush. Shout out to Brooklyn. You know, shout out to everybody still drinking quarter waters and playing Skelly. We out here, baby.
Okay, I don't know what quarter waters is. I'm gonna say to all you black folks that did not grow up in America, shout out to you, because I was one of you. For all you black people that then became adults and grew up